Quite honest with you, a lot of you were the reason why I decided to run for office. Your courage, your commitment to your children, it really is what drove me, and it helped me to make that decision as I was going through my own journey. So my name is Michael McMahon. A little bit about me: I was a 14-year veteran of the LAPD. I was terminated this past July because I refused to acquiesce to the city's vaccine mandates, and as a consequence, I was fired after a 7-month trial. I took a stand when most others wouldn't. I spoke up when others couldn't, and that's what led me here. You know, through your own bravery, through some soul searching, and because of the oath that I took to the Constitution of the United States, I couldn't just turn my back when I wasn't allowed to be a police officer anymore. An oath doesn't end with my commitment to the city of Los Angeles. 14 years ago, I raised my right hand and I took that oath, and that's the reason why I'm running too. I am the co-founder of an anti-mandate pro-medical freedom coalition, and I've had the honor over the last year to speak to tens of thousands of people, whether it's in front of giant rallies, defeat the mandates, or even on Fox, OAN, Newsmax, things of that nature. It's really important to me to take a stand so that my kids will still have a country with us to be able to. I don't know how much we want to go into. What I really want to do is encourage you guys to ask questions of us. But a little bit about my campaign. Running on three basic measures: family, freedom, and accountability. When I first got into this, I was a write-in candidate. Through 7 weeks of campaigning, I ended up being the second top write-in vote getter throughout the state, with just under 2,600 write-in votes. And I owe it to the moms. I owe it to the dads of, it's people who stood up, who recognized someone who operates from here. Everything that I do is for my kids, and everything that I do is for you, the California citizen, the member of the 41st Assembly District. But I want to be a man where my children somewhere around here are going to remember me in 10 years, to know that I did everything that I could for them during these unprecedented times. Naturally, I stand against mandates of any kind. Anything that restricts the free movement of a person within society, I'm against. I'm searching, Gavin Newsom announced the other day he's finally going to end the mandates after almost 1,000 days. Almost 3 years into this mandate, he's decided to end it, February 28th. That was one of the big things of my campaign, was ending this mandate. But the things that have happened over the last 3 years, crime is skyrocketing, gas is skyrocketing, inflation is skyrocketing. How can we address these things? One of the terrible parts about the last few years is that people they'll do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, just like Albert Einstein had said. And this is not the year to keep doing things over and over again, right? We need a complete reset in Sacramento. If you are a politician that has been complicit in the actions of your government for over the last 3 years, you need to go. Plain and simple. You cannot be reelected. We need men and women of good moral fortitude. We need men of character. We need men and women of good moral character to take that stand, to speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, these guys back here, these kids. Everything that we do henceforth is for our children, for the future generations of our country. And I look to be that man that can help guide the path, along with this amazing guy right here, Vincent Tsai. We formed a coalition called the Heroes Coalition. It's made up of myself, Vincent, and another gentleman, Burton Brink. All three of us are former law enforcement officers, well, Vincent being the only still law enforcement officer. But we're taking our ideals, our values, our principles, and we want to bring that to Sacramento, right? We need men of principle to go back up there and speak up. I have been a loud advocate against what's been happening. I have been at Sacramento. I've been inside the rotunda. I've been lobbying against these wicked bills like SB 866, which I am proud to say I helped defeat, right? This is not going to stop. Most of you who know, the ACIP voted the other day, right? They're going to try to extend the vote in February for when the CDC will accept the the COVID-19 vaccine on our children, add it to the immunization schedule. I want to be in Sacramento for that, because I will be the loudest voice in that assembly, screaming at the top of my lungs no, because the vaccine work group that's made up of, Padilla, Buffy Wiggs, Evan Lowe, Senator Weiner, those guys are not going to stop. They're going to keep attacking our liberties as individuals. They're coming after our kids. My opponent is Chris Holden. Chris Holden has been the incumbent for the last 10 years. He has voted yes on every single piece of legislation to date. Things that affect you as a family, things that affect you as an individual, things like SB 107, right? Bringing transgender kids into our state, right? Taking them away from their parents. Essentially, it's medical kidnapping. But he voted yes for that. Chris Holden voted yes for SB 2223, the infanticide bill. He voted yes to have graphic sexual education in our children's schools. Does this represent the values that you guys have? No, it doesn't, right? We're seeking to protect our children. We have to remember that this is a, let me address this too. Crime is another thing that's big on my agenda. What I want to do is get up there and reintroduce legislation to get rid of Prop 47, Prop 57, and AB 109. Last year, Kevin Kiley introduced Assembly Bill 1599, and it died in committee. I want to bring that bill back, because that is the bill that wanted to put the repealing of Prop 47 back on the ballots for 2024. I think that's important. As a former police officer, I've seen how these pro-criminal, anti-police bills have worked. I mean, these policies are decimating our societies. When the LAPD police union puts out a video that says, "We cannot protect you, don't wear jewelry," right? That means something. That means we're devolving as a society. We need to address these problematic propositions that we have, and we need to stop coddling the criminal and start advocating for the victim. This is a government, the Democrats. They've locked us down. They've masked us up. They've put incredible burdens on us as a society. They prevented us from seeing our grandparents. They prevented the grandparents from seeing our kids. They've burned through our paychecks. They've increased our gas taxes. They've forced us and they've coerced us into decisions that normally we would never make in our lifetime. And now, in less than 3 weeks, 19 days, they're going to come at you and beg you to re-elect them to do the same thing over and over again.
Hell no.
Again, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting something different, is the definition of insanity. We have to put a stop to these guys. November 8th, I can't do anything unless you do something. I am more than happy to take a bunch of questions at the end. I'm going to bring Vincent Tsai up right now. I want to thank you for your attention.
Thank you.
But Vincent Tsai, my good friend, LA County Sheriff's Deputy of 4 years, father, local resident right here, and here he is.
Woo.